What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back for another unboxing and review video. In today's video, I got the s.h.figuarts Mandalorian. That's right, s.h.figuarts Mandalorian in the Beskar armor. I'll be perfectly honest with you, I do not have a lot of s.h.figuarts figures, but when I saw that they were doing the Mandalorian, for me, a no-brainer. I wanted to pick it up because I've got the Mandalorian hot toy. I mean, why not, right? So first and foremost, big shout out to Nathan Simmons. He actually helped me acquire this, so thank you so much. But yeah, let's start looking at this thing. There it is in the packaging. s.h.figuarts, they do some really cool packaging, but check that out on the back right there. That's so cool. It's almost, to be honest with you, it's almost too nice to take out of the box, but I'm definitely going to be taking it out of the box because there are a lot of pieces to this, and I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm really curious because the picture, it looks like soft goods. I can't really tell from the box. So tell you what, let me get this thing opened up. I'll get the pieces laid out, and we'll start looking at the Mandalorian Beskar armor from s.h.figuarts. I'll be right back. All right, so first and foremost, let me just say, wow. Look at the amount of stuff that actually comes with this figure. It is crazy how much comes with this thing. And truthfully, I really don't know where to start. So we're going to start over here on the left side as far as his hands goes. As you can see, we actually have several sets of hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of hands, plus the hands is actually on the figure itself. And the hands they range from sort of a relaxed, open grip like so, to this one up here, which I think is really cool. And I think this is actually smart, is to add a hand that actually has the locator built into it. And I think Hot Toys, this would have been a smart move for them as well. Instead of actually having the locator, and I'll explain here in a minute, actually have the locator mounted in a hand. I think that would have been a really cool feature. I'm sure you noticed we actually have a holster and a blaster, but there's also a blaster and holster on the figure. We'll get to that here in a second. We do have his knife, which looks good. I mean, good amount of detail on it. I mean, that's a good looking blade. We also have the pauldron with the mud horn on it, which looks really good. All right, we have the jetpack, which amazing amount of detail on this. It just looks wicked cool. Check that thing out. And it also comes with some blast effects, which is pretty neat. So actually, you need to take the nozzles off here to put the blast effects on. And I do like that. I like the fact that it's a separate thing that you can actually take off and add a blast effect like so. It does have a flat spot, I do believe. Let me see if I can get that in there. There we go, blast effects. So that's a nice touch. So yeah, I dig that. Just pops right back in. So when Mando's walking around, you can just have the black his jetpack like that. We also have some forearm effects. We have the flame, which is just amazingly cool. So wicked cool. We also have this effect right here, which is I completely forgot. I forgot what his little missiles were called, but there they are right there. And the detail is just amazing on this. As far as his main blaster rifle, we have the effect here, which is cool. Once again, built onto the actual weapon itself. So it's not an effect that attaches. They've actually included a completely separate piece on the for the blaster rifle. Right there. Look at the detail on this thing. That is so cool looking. Paint is on point. But that is a cool touch that you actually have the pieces. And I found this interesting as well. If you look at the blaster rifle, you got the center section right here. Well, guess what? You've got a center section right here. So there you go. How cool is that? Now, as far as the figure itself, I was correct. Soft goods. Voila. That's a great thing right there. The figure itself, let me pull. I hadn't actually pulled all of the plastic off yet. So let me get this off. Put that over the side. I thought I got it all, but I didn't. But check out the helmet right there. Look at this. I mean, the armor, the paint, the detail right there, and the forearms, the belt. I mean, this is so cool looking. What I was talking about earlier, so we have a holster here. This pistol does not come out. So if you want to pose Mando with him holding a blaster and an empty holster, this holster pops off. And let me show you here. So it actually pops on 2 little tabs right there. And that gives it a little swivel as I throw it on the ground. There we go. But the actual blaster itself, look at this. Look at the detail. That is so cool looking. For such a small piece, it just looks so good. But getting back to Mando itself, yeah, it's just an amazing figure. What I'm going to do in this particular shot, I'm just going to show you guys some of the details. And then I'm going to switch the camera back around and we'll go through the articulation. But look at the boots here. Look at the details. That is so wicked cool. The paint, everything it's just spot on. This is an amazing figure, and for the amount of stuff you get, I'm trying to remember. I think the price point was $70, I think. But yeah, for the amount of accessories you get, it's really wicked cool. So I tell you what, guys, let me get the camera flipped back around, and then we'll talk about the articulation. All right. So as far as articulation on the figure, I'm really curious. Again, like I said, I do not have a lot of s.h.figuarts, and so I do not know a tremendous amount as far as these figures go. But I do know that they do have some good articulation. So first and foremost, right there, let's check out the shoulders. Oh, wow. Look at this. I'm just going to ease them up ever so slowly. Look at that. That's some good articulation right there. Elbows should be double jointed. I do believe they are. Let's check this out. Right there. Very cool. One of the things I wanted to point out is the actual shoulder armor. It actually pegs in as well. And it's like a little ball joint. There's a little a ball receptacle here on the shoulder piece, and it actually pegs in. So, but I do like the fact that it actually is hinged really well. The arm actually moves up and down. So if you notice right here, so you can actually take his arm, move it up or move it down. So that's pretty cool. That's what attributes to the wonderful amount of articulation in the shoulder. But you can see how it gaps out right there. Just pop it back up. Boom. Voila. Head wise, let's look here. Looking up, that's about it right there. He does have a front to back movement, which does allow him, if you push it back, it does allow him to look up a lot better right there. Waist wise, let's see what we got. Not a lot in the waist. There's not a lot. So ab crunch, there's not a lot there. As far as a waist pivot, not a tremendous amount there, but here's the cool thing. It doesn't have a lot, but the way this arm rotates back, it gives you the illusion of more articulation than it actually has. So I'm okay with that. As far as his hips goes, let's see, he does have these thigh pieces, which they fold completely up out of the way. His holster, same way. So you can get some you can get some good hip articulation. So yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. Knee wise, okay, knee is not it's not terrible, but that's about as much as you can get for the knee. Foot, normal, toe down, toe up. I'm not sensing too much side to side, which I find that sort of interesting. But again, I do not know a lot about these figures. But yeah, this is such a cool looking figure. It looks good. I mean, it looks like legit on point. I will say this. The instructions for this figure, you definitely want to read these. Even though they're not in English, but there is some pieces on here that are fragile. Because, delicate. And I would say, first and foremost, his actual piece right here, it does have this labeled as delicate. And do not misplace. Okay, do not misplace. There is actually a hole in the cape. So I have not attempted to look on how this actually, this blaster here is not the one that actually pegs into the figure. So that's where this other piece comes in, because you'll notice there's a peg right there. That's the piece to actually put it on his back. Again, that is actually really smart, because with the Hot Toys Mandalorian, the strap is actually mounted to the blaster, and then you got the little peg here, which can be, I don't know, just a little bit annoying, I guess, that little strap, if you're trying to get it out of the way. But based on what I'm seeing with this particular piece here, is it comes apart right here. All right. And then I think this piece, I'm not 100% sure. We're doing this together. I may have to, because I'm not actually seeing anything in the instructions other than taking that piece out, but it does show that the front half should come off as well. So I'm going to make a reference towards this. There is a hole there. There we go. So that comes off. So then you would actually take this piece, which has the peg on it. I'm going to line this up like so. Put that on here like that. Then we'll put the other piece in like so. And now you actually have the peg piece that actually hooks into the actual Mandalorian's back. The only other piece that I'm trying to, and again, I'm doing this with you because I feel like that's important to actually show the process, because it doesn't come with an extra stock. So that tells me the actual stock itself is functional. So what I'm going to do is, so it looks like there's actually a slot, and I have not found it yet, but there is a slot for this part to actually fit in. All right, so that actually goes through. So we got a slot in his cape, and there's actually a piece right here on his belt, right there, to where the actual blaster rifle pegs in. So let's see if we can get that pegged in real quick. We'll see what it looks like. I still haven't seen the piece for the actual for the shoulder strap yet, so I'm curious on where that piece is. Learn as we go, right? Learn as we go. All right, so that pegs in. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to look at it without the cape first, just to see how that actually goes in. Interesting. I'm going to have to fiddle this a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to actually take this off. I'm going to take this one back off. And I'm going to put his normal one back on, like so. And I do like the fact that these things are keyed. It's not just a circle. I want to show you what the blast effect looks like right here. So check that out. That is so cool. That is so wickedly cool. To have the ability to interchange the blaster rifle with those effects is just amazing to me, because having the effect actually made onto the tip, it just looks more natural. As far as his piece here on his arm here, it looks like there's a plate that comes off, and it does right there. So that plate comes off, and this plate right here is a couple of pegs. We'll peg this in. That is so cool. Look at there. Boom. I don't get no better than that. That is awesome. And then the actual his little missiles, they peg in on the other arm. Okay. So let me put his main piece back on. Okay, so same thing on the other side. The little cover comes off, and you mount his missiles. s.h.figuarts, way to go. Good job. Tons of accessories. Tons of accessories. But anyway, guys, I tell you what, I think I'm going to try to get him posed up. I'm definitely going to switch out. Let me show you this real quick, because I'm actually going to switch out his armor piece, or his shoulder piece. So like I said, there's a little peg there. There's the peg. Because I like the one with the insignia on it. And it just, I will tell you this can be a little bit of a bear to get on, because the peg moves. So yeah, that's probably going to hit the I'm not going to say the complaint list, but the be careful for sure list. It's trying to get this thing on. Could possibly be rough, but there we go. I think I got him on there. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Boom. But all right, I tell you what. Let me see if I can get him posed up, and we'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, here we go. Final thoughts. S.H. Figuarts Mandalorian Beskar armor. As you can see, based on the spinny dynamic flight stand, this thing is wickedly cool in a flight pose. Yeah, I love the soft goods. The soft goods allow you to actually put the jetpack on, plus move the cape around in a way to where it actually looks good. Honestly, this figure, I do not have a whole lot to say is negatives. Truthfully, other than the instructions, there's like hardly anything in English. That's it. I mean, the instructions are great, and you can actually, based on the photos and the but the drawings, you can pretty much figure out how to do everything. I have still not figured out the strap yet. I've not seen the little tab that it actually goes in. So, yeah, still trying to figure that out. But for the amount of pieces and accessories that this comes with, I mean, you've got a total of, let's see here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 hands. You've got awesome effects. You can see, based on what I have on Mandalorian right now, the effects look great. This, to me, is such a plus to have this effect actually made into the actual blaster rifle. It just makes it look so much more realistic. The flame effect looks great. Nothing wrong with that. The way they done the holsters, like this is the holster where the blaster is in the holster. It does not come out. That's a neat touch. So, you have the ability to do a swap out. Now, I do believe these little nubs could very easily wear out pretty quick. So I would be very mindful of how you do this. I don't know if I'd be doing it much, is where I'm going with it. The holster that actually comes with the blaster out is actually a solid piece. In other words, you can't see down in it. It's pretty much level right there. I think that's a little bit of a negative for aesthetics. It's okay not to have it where the blaster goes in, but maybe make that a little bit deeper so it gives you the illusion of an empty holster. That's just a minor little nitpicky thing. The blade, very, very cool on the knife, looks great. It's an amazing piece. It really is an amazing piece. I would suggest highly that if you get this, take care of your box, take care of your clamshell, because you need to use the clamshell for the pieces to keep everything sort of organized. I'm not going to bag and tag these. I'm definitely going to be putting all the pieces back in the clamshell and storing them in the box because they are a lot of small pieces. But for the price point, yes, it's $70, give or take, for basically a 6-inch figure. Yeah, that's a pretty decent little price tag. But considering the posability, the amount of accessories you get with it, the level of detail on the accessories, it's wicked cool, guys. It's really wicked cool. I'm glad I've got this. I can't get over how much detail's in this figure and it being so small. I think a lot of companies could take a step back and learn a few things. Like I said, I've got the Hot Toys Mandalorian. I love it. It's great. But little things like, adding a blaster that comes apart and it's pretty seamless. You can't really tell it. That's a nice little touch. So you could interchange an effect. That's really cool. Having the locator mounted in the hand so it's not a piece that you can lose, that's pretty neat. Now I do understand it's nice to have it because you can put it in the holster, blah blah blah, But who says it has to be in his belt? You know, that's another little thing. But yeah, this is cool. I definitely want to know in the comments if anybody picked one of these up. Let me know what you think. Me personally, I think it's great, and I'm glad I've got it, and I can't wait to have some fun with it. But yeah, it's an awesome piece. I highly recommend it. I really do. I recommend it. If you can pick it up, pick it up. It's a nice piece, and it's definitely well worth the money. One thing I did not address on this particular figure was the fact that, and I do apologize for that, but he does have a toe bend. He's got a toe bend, and I meant to make a point to talk about that, because toe bends are something really, really cool, because that just gives you another level of articulation and posability and things to have fun with. But guys, that's it. That's it for this unboxing review. I really hope you enjoyed it. Definitely let me know in the comments. Leave me a comment, pros, cons, what you think about this figure. Let me know if you think it might be something you'd like to add to your collection, to your Mandalorian collection. Also, if this is your first time to my channel, please make sure and hit that subscribe button and make sure you got notifications turned on. That way you'll know when I drop videos. And yeah, I think I'm going to go out and have some fun with this thing. So guys, until next time, always remember, toys refresh your soul, and I have spoken.